Coyote and the Spider Woman. Coyote was going on his way down into a beautiful green valley in Northern California. It was there that Old Man Coyote met up with Old Woman Coyote. It was not very long after that Old Man Coyote and Old Woman Coyote were living in the very same den, and it was not very long after that there were two little pup coyotes living there too. These pups were so cute. Every morning they would come out their den and sing, yip, 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 yaroo, yip, 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 yaroo, ooh. Well, they were learning how to sing. Like us two-leggeds, many animal people like to sing. Coyote people are especially good singers. They start practicing when they are still very young. One day, Old Woman Coyote said to Old Man Coyote, "Hey, I'm going out to dig some roots for tonight's supper. You stay here and watch the pups. Don't you leave those pups in the sun too long. If you leave them in the sun, they will surely die of heat stroke." And she went off. Now, Coyote was watching his pups for a while. Soon he began to smell some salmon that his neighbors was roasting. Coyote decided to go visit his neighbor. Oh, yes, Coyote did that. He was over at his neighbor's lodge eating salmon and talking and talking. When he came home later that afternoon, there were his pups sick on the ground. "It is not my fault," said Coyote, "that my pups are sick. No, it is the sun's fault. I will go up into the sky and kill that sun and teach him a lesson." So Coyote took out an arrow and shot it into the sky. Wing, dong! It stuck in the sky. He took out another. Wing, dong! This arrow stuck right into the end of the first arrow. He took another. Wing, dong! And another. Wing, dong! And another, until there was a long ladder of arrows coming out of the sky. Coyote climbed up this ladder way up into the sky world. When he got up into the sky world, he saw the sun just going down in the west. "Good," said Coyote. "I'll run across the sky and cut him off at the pass." So Coyote ran to the edge of the sky. But as he got to the edge, the sun doop, 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 went down into the west. "Hey!" Coyote screamed. "Come back and fight, you big ball of hot gas! What are you anyway, a sun or a chicken?" Coyote was up there screaming insults at the sun when all at once the sun bloop, 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 came up in the east. "Hey!" screamed Coyote, and he ran across the sky. But as Coyote ran east, the sun passed over his head going west. "Hey!" Coyote ran back to the west, but by the time he got to the edge of the sky in the west, the sun had just gone down. "Hey, you ball of hot gas!" Coyote was screaming insults at the sun when the sun peeked up in the east. "Hey!" Well, the animal people back on the earth were watching Coyote running this way and that, east and west, up and back, screaming insults at the sun. Suddenly, Coyote stopped, dead center in his sky tracks with his tongue hanging out of his mouth. Coyote thought, maybe it's not such a good idea to try to kill the sun. And anyway, he was missing Old Woman Coyote, so he decided to go home. But how was he going to do this? Well, he asked for a little help from Shaw, Spider Woman. Everyone knows that Spider Woman makes the strongest rope, and she did that. She made some of her good strong rope, and soon Coyote was going down, down, down on that rope. And as he was going down, he was looking up there at where that rope was coming from. It was coming out of the end of Spider's butt. Well, actually it was her abdomen, but it looked like a butt to Coyote, and so he started giggling about it as he was going down. Spider's butt. Spider Woman could hear Coyote laughing. She pulled Coyote back up into the sky. "Hey, Coyote," she was waving all legs at once, "I am helping you, and you are laughing at my butt? That is not very nice." "Oh, yes, sister, I know I should not have laughed at your butt. I knew this. I forgot. Please, sister, just give me one more chance. I promise this time I won't laugh at your butt." Well, Cha let Coyote down on her rope a second time. Coyote was going down, down, down on the spider's rope, and he was trying not to look at where that rope was coming from. But after some time, he peeked. "Look at that big butt." Even though Coyote was only snickering, Spider Woman could hear it. She pulled him back up into the sky. "Okay, Coyote, now look, I am helping you, and you are laughing at me. That is not very nice." "Oh, yes," said Coyote. Yes, I knew this. I knew I shouldn't have laughed. I knew this. I just forgot. Please, sister, let me down just one more time. I promise this time I will not laugh at your butt." Well, Well, how many people do you know would let Coyote down on their rope? Now, spiders may be little people. In fact, many of them are kind of flat people, but don't let that fool you. They have very big hearts. They will give of themselves over and over again. And so, Spider-Woman made a new rope for Coyote, and Coyote was going down, down, down on that rope. He was trying not to look at where that rope was coming from. Down, down, down. He just thought he'd take a little peek. Coyote covered his mouth. The laugh would have burst out of his ears if it could have. Oh, that Coyote. He held on to that laugh, but it slipped out through his fingers anyway. Chaw heard this, and she had had enough. She cut that rope, and Coyote went flying. Ah! Split! Right in the middle of the Nevada desert. Hard place to fall. Now, Coyote was dead, rubbed out. After a while, he started to smell. His relatives, the other animal people, could smell Coyote. They came to that place. Hey, look, Coyote's dead. Good. Let's eat him up. They started to eat Coyote. They ate all his meat. They ate out his insides. They ate his eyeballs. They ate up everything, except for his bones. Then, these little insect people came and ate little holes in those bones, and then that ooh wind came by, and those bones began to sing. Coyote. Now, Fox, Coyote's younger brother, heard those bones singing. He heard those bones singing off somewhere, so he followed their song until he came upon those singing bones and said, "Yip, yip, Coyote has been fooling around again." So Fox jumped over those bones. He jumped over Coyote's bones 4 times. 4 times for each of the 4 directions. And on the 4th time, those bones came back to life as Old Man Coyote yawned Coyote. I have had a long sleep. Then he went right on his way again, making those tracks. There he is, coming back to life.